The full Springboks 2025 fixture list has now been confirmed. Or has it? In this episode, you are going to get a front row seat into the latest fixture release for Springbok test matches in 2025, and I'll also share with you my frustrations on why SA Rugby has not yet actually confirmed any of these. So let's begin with the matches that we do know for a fact are taking place as per SA Rugby HQ. In July, on the 5th and 12th, we will be facing Italy in a 2-test match series. Then on the 19th of July, we face Georgia. The venues for these tests have not yet been confirmed. Now that's a little annoying, but I can still live with that. We then move on to the Rugby Championship. This year we start at home against Australia. The Boks will host the Wallabies on the 16th and 23rd of August. Again, no venues confirmed as yet. Then on the 6th and 13th of September, the biggest event of the rugby year in my opinion, the All Blacks host the Springboks in Auckland and Wellington respectively. This is going to be colossal. New Zealand have not lost at Eden Park since 1994. They are unbeaten there in 50 test matches. Can the world champions break that streak? We are almost certainly the best equipped team to do just that. The Springboks then come home and face Argentina at a venue yet to be confirmed. That's on the 27th of September. And then on the 4th of October, we finish off the Rugby Championship away from home, but not in South America. Instead, in London at Twickenham against Los Pumas. Yes, the Argentines are hosting us in the British capital this year. Right now, the end-of-year tests, the Autumn Nations Series, which is what those November tests are officially called these days, posted on their official X account a few days ago the full fixture list for this upcoming end-of-year series. They added the term locked in, which of course implies that they are going nowhere. According to the official Autumn Nations Series X account, the Springboks will be in action 4 times this November. Here are those fixtures for you. So on the 8th of November, the Boks will be up against France. That's a blockbuster test to get us started. Then on the 15th, we'll be in Italy to take on the Azzurri. That will be the 3rd test against the Italians this year. Next up, on the 22nd, another blockbuster encounter for the Bokke. We'll be up against Ireland. Now, it's not a Rugby World Cup quarter-final, guys, so you know the Irish have a real chance at beating us. And then we finish off on the 29th of November against Wales. As far as I can tell, that will be an out-of-window test, so our overseas-based players, specifically top 14 and English Premiership, will not be available, and presumably neither will our URC players. But we don't yet know that for a fact. Now, what I find so incredibly disappointing about all of this is that SA Rugby have not actually confirmed the fixtures. We heard rumours last month that the Springboks will play France and Ireland in November at the Stade de France and the Aviva Stadium. A lot of people got very excited, and rightly so. I personally wanted to wait until SA Rugby confirmed the fixtures themselves before I did an episode like this for you. But you know what? Screw it. If the Autumn Nations Series official accounts are publishing it, then that's good enough for me. Now take a look at this. This is what the All Blacks official X account posted, a little more than 24 hours after the Autumn Nations Series posted those locked-in fixtures. The Kiwis were also on board on their social media. And as I record this, 3 days after the announcement, still crickets from Plattekloof. Oh, now, wouldn't now be a good time to tell you that I've decided to refer to SA Rugby headquarters going forward as Plattekloof. This is in line with a typical news habit. You have probably seen this, where a country's capital city is used as a substitute for the actual country name in the second mention. For example, the United States has announced new economic sanctions on Russia. Washington says the measures are aimed at pressuring Moscow over its foreign policies. So from now on, you can expect to hear me talk about Plattekloof a lot more here. And in case you're not from Cape Town, Plattekloof is a suburb nestled around the Plattekloof Hills, or Tygerberg Hills, depending on your geographical persuasion. It's pretty much between the Parow and Belleville suburbs in Cape Town's north. It's an upmarket area, to be sure. A lot of Springboks and Stormers players actually live there. Some beautiful homes, I have to tell you. And the hills, unfortunately, are also known to be infested with Cape cobras. So yeah, I have no intentions of ever living there, regardless of affordability. Hopefully, we will hear from Plattekloof soon with regards to those fixtures and indeed the venues for the Springboks home tests. There's another thing I can tell you, and that is that a few days ago, Dr. Rassie Erasmus confirmed that Plattekloof is looking to add an additional match for the Springboks. I was hoping that it might be the Qatar Airways Cup match, but it seems as if it won't be an official test match, according to Planet Rugby anyway. This would be a match between the Italy series, or at least before the Italy series, I beg your pardon, outside of the test window, and likely against a World 15 or Barbarians type of opponent. To me, that's very, very disappointing. I don't think you get much out of taking on some random composite team. Don't forget, a World 15 in 2025 is hardly going to be a team made up of the best players in the world. Instead, it will be a collection of whoever is available to play that week. For example, Gibson Park or DuPont, they're not going to be the scrum halves in that team. I can guarantee you. I'd much rather prefer a Qatar Airways Cup match at Twickenham against an opponent like Japan. Given that the home nations are unavailable because of the British and Irish Lions tour, why not organise a game against the Japanese? They seem to me, at least, to be the strongest available opponent for such a fixture. But what do I know? Are you happy to wait for the fixtures and venues to be confirmed later in the year? Or do you also find it frustrating that the organisers, and even our opponents in many instances, are confirming these things while we just get silence from Plattekloof? Let me know in the comments section down below. And while you're down there, you might consider going with the super thanks option. Now you'll see down there, there's a heart button with a $sign inside of it. If you click on that, it will give you the opportunity to make a highlighted comment. I will also reply to it, that's a promise. I will also click on the heart button and it will give you an opportunity to make a donation to my channel, anything of your choice. It starts from $1, not Namibian dollars, I'll have you know. If you're a Rupert or a Motsepe, or maybe you live in Plattekloof, perhaps you'd like to give me $1 million, or even $100 million. One thing I can tell you guys is that no matter how much you give me, I will never live in Plattekloof. I don't want to live anywhere near Cape cobras. Now, the reason that I'm looking for these donations, guys, is because I would love to do this channel full time. And I would love to go to Australia in 2027 and cover the Rugby World Cup for you from down under with daily content. So if you want to help me reach that goal and you want to help this channel reach its full potential, I would very, very much appreciate your help and your support. And if you're not yet ready to support me in that manner, you can just spear tackle the normal like button down there. You can also croc roll it if you like, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet done so already. And all of this talk about the Springboks has got me excited about our most recent Rugby World Cup victory. Well, it was not that long ago that we celebrated the 1-year anniversary of our triumph in France, and I decided to do a video where I shared with you how I felt in that moment. If you want to take a short trip down memory lane, why not check that video out? It's on your screen over here. And our famous 1995 Rugby World Cup champion James Small has an exciting biography coming out. You might be able to win yourself a copy of that book on this channel. To find out how, watch this video over here, and I will see you next time.